Hello. 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 Hello.
To this Bob and Barry preview show, live preview show. Today is Monday, October 18th, and man, are we excited for tomorrow night. Say hello to my co-host. Let's see, he's over here today. That Barry Cummins.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you. Good to be with you here on this Monday. Hello, Scott Parker. We're all excited about our big Halloween spooktacular tomorrow night. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, it is. Say hello to Elf Angela. She's behind the scenes today, working the board as usual. And gosh, man, can't believe the Halloween show is already here. It seems like as much as we've tried to prepare for it, there's still work to be done tonight and in the morning. But looking forward to a fantastic show. Got 22 entries. Got a 23rd this morning, but she hasn't reached back to me yet to confirm. But 22 guests, got a whole host of characters, and gosh, man, like I said, I'm so excited. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I can't confirm or deny I'm coming as Chris Farley trying out for the Chunkendales on the Saturday Night Live skit. So we'll just have to wait and see about that one.
Yeah, you know how some Santas are the procrastinators. I think Barry's not really procrastinating. He's just been looking for a costume that's worthy of portraying. And so me and Angela have got our costumes ready. We, of course, cheated a little bit because we've used these costumes in the past when we had a 20-year-long run of putting on a Halloween deal each year for our local neighborhood. With an average of around 400 to 500. The least amount we had in the last 10 years was 400 children and adults. Of course, everybody wanted to come get candy and get scared. So,
somebody want to know what's going on tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is our big Halloween spooktacular special. It's a costume show, probably the first ever done by the Santa Claus industry. All Halloween, no Santa, Mrs. Clauses, or elf costumes allowed. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be fun to see people's backstory to their characters also.
That's right. It's going to be some improv going on. We're going to throw a question or two at everyone. And with 22 entries, the show may run a little longer than normal, but that's okay. We got this week left and next week's show. Tell them about that, Barry.
Yeah, next week's show is going to be our season-ending Merry Christmas show. We're going to bring back our guests from each of our weeks we had throughout the start of the season, have them pop in for just a quick little Merry Christmas and maybe give them an update what they're looking to do this Christmas. And should be exciting to hear from everybody. We've had some wonderful guests on this year.
Man, we have been blessed with guests. We've had, 5 or 6 Santa Claus Hall of Fame on, had agents from all the top agencies, hiring agencies on multiple times. And Gina Bacon will be with us tomorrow night. She's coming as one of the contestants. Becky and Ruby from Cherry Hill will be coming in as characters tomorrow night also. So it's going to be good to have those folks back. And a whole host of others that's been on the show before. Jenny Land and Santa Carlucci, Randy Checker Lee. Got some new ones. Scott Parker will be on tomorrow night. Greg Swick, a past guest, will be on. And like I say, a whole host of new folks that have not been a guest on the show. Many of them have been in the audience watching some week in and week out. So again, boy, we are so excited about tomorrow night. It's going to be fun. Like you said, I don't think anybody's ever done anything like this before in the Santa community that I'm aware of. Of course, our show is kind of something that, you know, we've been wanting to do for a while, like we said, and this just gives us a platform to do some fun and new stuff. And this is one of the things that we're looking forward to doing.
Absolutely. And what's great about this show is Spangle the Clown with School of Santas has stepped up. He's offering a $359 scholarship to a school up in Branson, Missouri for 2022. That includes your tuition, your meals, your tickets to your shows. It does not include your lodging, but it's a $359 value, and all you got to do is participate in the show, wear your costume, your name goes in the hat, and at the end of the show, he's going to draw out a name, and that winner will receive that scholarship. It will not be able to transfer to anybody else. If you win it, you will have to use it.
Yeah, and again, the hotel there at the Camden Inn Conference Center, where the School of Santa is held each year, is only $99 a night. I don't think they're going up on that. That's been the price ever since Spangle started using that hotel years ago for other events that he had done in the clowning community. And again, your travel there for us here in the North Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth area, it's a one-day travel. It takes a tank of gas and stop and grab you a quick meal, and you're there. So also, Spangle and Daisy Mae will be awarding various other costume prizes. One for best male costume, one for best female costume, and one for the most original costume. And what those will be awarded is a $25 gift certificate to stuffforsanta.com to use. You can just use the $25, or if you spend $100 or $200, that $25 comes off with the total there. So that's going to be kind of neat. Now, when we first started talking about doing this show, we thought that maybe the grand prize winner would get the scholarship, but we got thinking about that. That doesn't seem as fair as putting everyone's name in the hat, drawing that one name out to get that grand prize for the 359 scholarship. And so that's what we've come to. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, he's got a great lineup of instructors for that school. Santa Ana University is going to be there, along with several others. So it'll be pretty awesome, not only for the Santa, but Mrs. Claus also.
That's correct. It's going to be a good school next year because he will have multiple instructors. And Darla Bicknell, Mrs. Claus Dallas, will be returning for her third year to do the Mrs. Claus and more portion of the school. Got Stuart Deacon Jr. added to the instructor corps for 2022. For those of you who don't know Stuart, he is a young and upcoming fantastic Santa actor, technical guru, has a lot of stuff on his resume.
Yeah, we're going to have Stephen on the show too early January, so I'm looking forward to that interview.
Yeah, Mary's been working hard lining up January, February guests for next year, 2022, for the Tuesday Night Live show. And gosh, we're already excited about next year. Almost wish we didn't have to take the break, but we do. We've all got to go to work here soon. Some sooner than others. Some starting the first week in November, others the second or third week. But by Black Friday, everyone will be working somewhere. And many guys and ladies have already started doing mini sessions and sessions with studio photographers. I know, Barry, you've done that for a couple of weekends. How's that been going?
It's been going great. Been enjoying it. The children, of course, are lighting up. They're starving for Santa again. I guess they're afraid Christmas isn't going to come, but I've got to reassure them Santa will always be there for them. They're just having a ball.
Yeah, and looking over here at the comments, Scott Parker says, "Wonder what Bob had for lunch today." Laugh out loud. Well, I guess he's referring to this right here. For those of you who don't live in the South, you may not know, but that is Whataburger. Of course, Whataburger was purchased, been a Texas company for its conception, but was purchased, I think, last year when the company based out of Chicago, Illinois, purchased it. But we still have tons of Whataburgers in the South, all the same. They are expanding across the nation. Barry wishes he had one close to him. The closest one to you was an hour away, hour and a half.
Yeah, about 45 minutes, Decatur, Alabama. Triple burger and onion rings, man. Woo!
Well, I've been known to drive further than that for a meal, so get on in your car and head on over there and get you a Whataburger. And the only reason I mentioned Whataburger, each year at the mall now for a number of years, we have a Amazing Santa Color Run 5K, and Whataburger is our major sponsor. So that's how I got the hat. This is a manager's hat, and I'm not a manager, but I sure can put away some Whataburger.
Hey, some of the new things we're thinking about doing for next season on the Tuesday Night Live shows, we're going to try to spotlight a chapter from around the country, maybe once a month. or every other week or something. So if you got those Santa chapters all over the United States, get in contact with me. I'll be trying to reach out to the leadership, and we're going to try to spotlight some from across the nation.
Yeah, if we get enough response from this, we may try to do it bi-weekly. But if we don't, we'll do it once a month and highlight. That'll give us 7 or 8 chapters to highlight. If we get more than that, we'll add more days. We'll start doing it every week if we have to. But this is not only the IBRBS chapter. It can be like MAPS is not IBRBS, the Michigan group. I know there's some other groups around the country that are not actually associated with IBRBS. So it doesn't have to be, as long as you've got an organization and you're having a gathering. Maybe say you go somewhere for a field trip. I have done a couple of those with the Texas State Santas, and always try to, get that out there and let other chapters see what we're doing. So that's what we're looking for. Good stories. Something really neat happens. Gatherings. If it's a special gathering, let Barry know, and we'll get you on the slate to have you on as a highlighted chapter or organization next year.
Yep, we always try to make it a learning opportunity for everyone too. So make it educational so we can pick up stuff.
Now, here on the comment box, truer words have never been spoken. Believe it or not, Spangle and Daisy May drove all the way from Springfield, Missouri to North Texas to eat Mexican food at his favorite Mexican restaurant. And me and my family went out and met him and had a great time. This has been a couple of months back. And I got to tell you, man, when I walked out of there, I was hurting. Spangle can put away some food, and he was pushing it over there. And then he ordered some desserts, and I don't know how I got the dessert, but ended up being, getting a couple of bites of that, and it just topped it all off. But yeah, Spangle, that is true. You will drive across country for a meal. Nothing wrong with that, my brother.
Also wanted to bring up something that I've actually had a couple parents ask me, doing the photography sessions, is there going to be a toy shortage this season? And everybody sees the news of those big cargo ships that's stuck out of port and can't get in. So what's your thoughts on that? Anybody have any thoughts?
Well, when you look at the proximity from China, where most of our goods are now coming again, once again, we're dependent on China, and they come across the Pacific Ocean, and most of the ports that they unload are there in the California West Coast area. And I know that some of those ships have decided, instead of setting out in the anchored off the port there, that they would go ahead and go through the Panama Canal and come to Texas and Florida, where there's ports that have room for them. And so I know that's in the process. So maybe they can get more progress there than they first thought they were going to, and we can still have plenty of stuff on the shelf for Christmas time. I sure hope so. It's going to be tough this year as a Santa. Of course, we never promise anything we can't deliver. Sure. Therefore, we leave it up to the parents to decide what and what not. A lot of times, if you're in a chair and a child asks, and you can look up the parent, and they'll either give you a nod yes or a nod no. That helps a little bit, but I still don't promise. I'll just have to, I say, well, I have to see what we can do. Barry come up with a genius idea, and I love it, and I'm going to steal it from him. But you can always call the North Pole and find out if there's anything, that child may have asked for a Barbie, and you just make a call to your head up and say, hey, this is Santa. Have you got any extra Barbies up there? I got another order for one. And just tell the child, well, we'll have to see what we can do. But pretty ingenious. Love that idea. I'm not sure who this is down here, Bob. I finally joined IBRBS again. All I see is Facebook user.
Bruce.
Who? Bruce Clemens. Very good, brother. Well, that's good. Hello, Derek. Glad to see you on today. Of course, we've got to mention that our Tuesday Night Live show is sponsored by Sleigh Driver Apparel Company. And, of course, then you throw in the School of Santas and StufForSanta.com, Spangle and Daisy May. And we are so blessed to have both Sleigh Driver and both of Spangle and Daisy May's help in putting out some little gifts and helping draw attention to this broadcast that we do on Tuesday night and today. it helps. So thank you guys so much for your help, your support, your believing in us, and we hope we don't ever let you down. And again, if anybody out there has some ideas that they want to see in future shows, drop us a line. Let us know what you want to see, future guests that you might want to see us highlight. We'll be glad to check into that. That's right. Don't forget 10% discount going through the last day of this month, 10/31, for Derek Dugan's Slade Driver Apparel Company. Use code FALL10, FALL10, and get that 10% off. You better jump on that while it's still there. I know there's plenty of good stuff over there that you can get. I love the new casual PJ shirts and things that you've gotten in. Scott Parker says, thank you, Derek. He loved his prizes. And not only do you receive the gift that Derek sponsors us on for the trivia question, but you also get a little added something that he throws in there as a surprise to you. Derek's good people. Thank you, Derek.
Yeah, appreciate you, Derek. He puts out a quality product.
Oh, yeah.
Top of the line.
And he's my little brother, so everybody take care of him. Yeah, that's got to be Spangle.
We see some of those things. I think some of them's in the other groups why they don't pop up on the Facebook stream that I'm on.
Yeah. Since we broadcast to two separate locations, used to on the free account, it done it one way. But now that we have the paid account, both Santa and the Business of Being Santa and Sat Bob's Live, the comments come up separately. Now, sometimes they blend into our StreamYard comment boxes to the right of our screen that you folks off screen can't see. But a lot of times after the show is over, we go back over and look, and there's comments on one or the other that didn't show up. So if we happen not to address one of your comments during the show live, we will go back and take a gander at that each time and see if we can address you and, at least give you a decent answer there on a follow-up.
Man, I'm excited for the Halloween show tomorrow night. Can't wait to see what everybody's costume's going to be. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I know it's going to be fun, and some of the folks have told me what they were going to be. I did not write that down on my list that I have here of all the contestants, but that's something I may work on this afternoon, go back and pick up those emails as I sent out the link. Now, for those who are on the show that have signed up for the contest, I've tried to reply to each and every one of you. We've got a phone going off in here. Each and every one of you, how we will go about doing things tomorrow night. Sometimes this afternoon, once we get off this show, we're going to set up the link to the contestants, and that will be the studio link. All you do is click on that link. It'll be a blue hot link is what we like to call them. That makes me hungry when I say that. Hot link, and you simply click on that link, and it automatically brings you into StreamYard, into our backstage green room. And when you're in the green room, you can still watch the show as if you wasn't in the green room, if you was watching it from home normally. So you won't lose anything. You'll get to watch everything from the beginning of the show. Each contestant will have, and we're going to try to pair some of these up, and there may be a few we bring in individually, but we got 22. So if we spend 5 minutes on each one, that's going to be a pretty good show. But anyway, click your hot link. You'll go backstage. Once we get you ready to come into your time slot, say 7:05 or 7:15 or 7:20, Angela will click you in. You'll come straight into the studio, be live with us, and that's when the fun begins.
Yeah, you can. You got an Ethernet cord, can plug directly into your internet. Do that, because if you're on Wi-Fi, it's going to be real choppy, and the picture quality is not going to be very good, and there'll probably be some interruptions. So if you can, either come in on a Ethernet or on your phone where there won't be any interruptions.
That's correct. Now, the first part of the week, I was putting that into the instructions that I was returning back to each contestant as they would register. And I had a couple say, well, I don't have Ethernet. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, if you come into the show and you look like you're going to buffer, just come back in and on your telephone, because it will come in. If we think back to Gina Bacon when she came on the first time, it was literally 6:59, and we still didn't have her linked up because her computer wouldn't recognize StreamYard. And at the last minute, we said, pick up your phone and try that. And when the countdown video that we always open up with stopped, there she was. And it was so good to finally take a deep breath and know we was going to be able to get her on the show on time. And yes, that Ethernet is very important. If you don't have it, and I hate to refer to this way, last week, Joel LeGrone did not have his Ethernet. Normally he does, and we knew that he did. But his wife had a Bible study the same night. She took the Ethernet connection, and he was left without and had to go to a spare bedroom. And there was quite a bit of lag time between Barry and I, comments to him responding back, and sometimes he didn't even hear what we were asking him. He just, it was buffering on him. And there was a time there where I completely lost him towards the end of the show, and all I got was a frozen screen for, I don't know, the last 10, 15 minutes of the show. So please, if you got Ethernet, do it that way. That's the best way.
Yeah, you got a ring light, that would be great. Or, just good lighting where it's not a dark setting and that you can, light your face and stuff. I've got a ring light just right here that you can't see. And, it really helps. So
I tell you, say mine here on my hand. And then I also have a freestanding lamp, phone lamp, that I've got a LED, and it's only like a 30 or 40 watt bulb. It doesn't take much, but you can also do that, or you can just turn the light. If you got an overhead light, sometimes Barry keeps his overhead light on. I know when Angela is in the other room in here behind me, when we set her up in there on Tuesday night, she uses the overhead can lights that we have in there, and that helps a lot. And one of my freestanding LED lights that has the adjustable light knobs on it. So lighting is everything.
Definitely makes a difference.
Oh yeah, but we want to be able to see those costumes. That's the thing. We don't want any dark. I know it's Halloween. You can jump out of the dark and scare somebody, but let's get as much light as we can going.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see what everybody, all the Santas with the beards and stuff, come up with their different characters.
What is Scott talking about here? I'm on with the nice lady in the background. What do you mean by that, Scott? I'm missing something here, brother. Clarify that. Talking about my daughter over here? Is that who we're talking about? Not sure.
Anybody have any questions about the show tomorrow night? Anything Bob and I can answer for you?
He's saying yes. He's talking about Elfangela over here. Today she sits in the dining area here behind me, and but for the show, most nights if she's going to be on screen, we put her in. This left and right stuff's mixing me up. We put her in the other room in here and put up a backdrop and lighting and set her up in there where she can come on the screen. She can't come on screen in here, and even in there we still get feedback. But that's the biggest problem, even with her having a headset on. Since I don't have one on and I have my external mic and my external hand speakers, we get feedback if we try to do it in the same room together.
And for those of you joining us late, I cannot confirm or deny I'm coming as Chris Farley trying out for the Chippendales. I just needed a Patrick Swayze lookalike to be with me to compete. And it might happen. I don't know. Don't hold your breath on that, though.
Well, I guess we'll find out at 7:01 or 7:02, whatever time. Now, tomorrow night's opener, normally we started off in the beginning with a 2-minute countdown video lead-in. And recently we extended that with the new lead-ins that we've had. We made a completely new lead-in for tomorrow night, and that video actually goes 3 minutes and 46 seconds. So it'll run a little bit longer. We're still going to start at 6:59 with our countdown, but that'll put us about 2.5. Who said that?
That was Derek. Derek, I'd probably scare myself, buddy, if I did that. I don't think my bow tie would show up underneath the beard, though. That's the only thing. So I may have to scratch that idea. Darn. I thought about coming as David Hasselhoff on Baywatch because I've been told I look just like him, except my face and body's different. But I may have to scratch that one too.
Exactly, Scott. Well, Scott's a comment talking about the Elf Angelo over here. Nobody keeps baby in a corner. Funny stuff, brother. Yep. So anybody got any questions for tomorrow night? I mean, if you're a contestant and you have any questions and you're in the audience right now, that would be a good time to address those. If not, drop me an email. You can always send us emails at satbobschool@yahoo.com. SATBOBSSCHOOL@yahoo.com. That's the school email address, and or just drop us a PM in Facebook Messenger. Either way works for us.
And this is out to our former guests from the past year. We'll be getting in touch with you this week. Try to set up a link with you to pop in on our show for next week's show, where we're going to have our Merry Christmas season send-off show.
That's correct.
We're looking for that.
Again, we can have up to 10 in our paid account on screen. So with me and Barry, that would leave 8 that we could bring in at a time for the closeout show. And that's probably what we will end up doing. We got 23, 24, something like that guests that we've had this year, because a few of them have been repeat guests. And the 23, 24, whatever it turns out to be. But that may be the way we do it.
Gonna be fun.
It'll be fun both ways tomorrow night and next week. Looking forward to both. Like I say, I kind of am sad that the show has to take a pause or a hiatus, but it's the only way possible. I don't get off at the mall till 8. And time I would get home, get undressed, get home, and get prepared, it would be way too late for those folks on the East Coast. And so we're just going to take a hiatus. Most of us who work during the season, if you work long hours, I work from can till can't. That means I'm the only Santa at my mall. So I cover all the hours. I don't want to do a whole lot. When I get off, come home, eat, take a shower, and go to bed. Get up, prepare for the next day. What was Scott saying?
No, he said he had that hat. He put a nationwide patch on it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Very good. All right. Anybody else got any comments or any fun stuff to talk about? We are here to talk about it.
Yeah, hope everybody's prepared. Like I say, October the 2nd was my start date, so it's been a blast.
I don't start till the 19th this year, which is a week earlier than last year, but still all the same. It's going to be a long season, one way or the other, and I'm always excited to get started. Of course, those last few days, you can't hardly wait for it to be over. If you're like me, you're just so tired, you just want to go ahead and wrap it up and get into the new year. Scott wants to do a test run. We'll do that after the show, Scott. You going to be available this afternoon, brother? If not, we can do it later on.
Yeah, for those of you that wants to, that's in the show, wants to do a test run and test your technology out, reach out to her and they'll get you up and running.
I guess that means yes, sir, means yes, he is available.
Well, Bob, if there's nothing else, let's wrap it up, baby.
All right, sounds good. Nobody else has any comments or questions? We've got a lot to do to get the show completely 100% prepared. I've got to get all these hot links. Me and Elf Angelo will be working on that this afternoon. The hot links out to everyone that's going to be in the show. And then get prepared, get ready to go tomorrow. I've still got a few things to do for the promotional side of it that I'm working on. So thank you so much for joining us for the Bob and Barry. Yes, we'll holler at you here in just a few moments, Scott. Thank you so much for joining the Bob and Barry preview show with Angela as producer. And we want to wish everybody a merry afternoon, a better tomorrow, and we can't wait till 7 p.m. tomorrow night. I don't know how much sleep I'll get tonight, Barry. I'm so excited, but it's like Christmas morning in a way, except it's Halloween.
Gonna be fun. Looking forward to it. Hey, we love all you guys, and we do this because we care. So have a good day. And see you tomorrow.
God bless you. Till tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us.